Hello, welcome to QMDJ. My name is Dr. Chan. Today we're going to cover this topic related to our Qimeng chart. So in this video, I will cover 4 main things about Qimeng chart, whereby we're talking about the hour Qimeng chart. So what is this hour Qimeng chart about? And how does it help you in terms of your life, decision making, destiny reading, feng shui, or even the selection, so on and so forth. So in this first sector, I will teach you how to download an app. And then from there, you'll be able to use this form of information to do a tabulation to see how to use Qimeng chart. So now let me share with you a screen in this aspect. Okay, as you can see, basing on this particular screen, you will see that there is this boxes with so many Chinese words and English words, and it's so complicated. This is being generated by an app called the Qimeng. So you can go to this app stores, whether you are using Android or using this Apple, you will be able to see that. Go and find this particular thing called the Qimeng. Okay, let me expand further and let you see. Okay, this is a little bit big already. So, okay, Qimeng. You go and look for Qimeng, and then apparently after you look for it, there'll be a selection for you to download it into your mobile phone. Whether you're using Apple, iPhone, tablets, Android, just search for Qimeng. You'll be able to see and download the thing. And then after that, you'll be able to plot the chart. And then from there, you'll be able to go into the respective information. So before we even look into this our Qimeng chart, we will have to understand 4 main different things. Qimeng is a form of divination tool, it's a form of destiny reading tool, it's a form of date selection tool, and it's a form of auditing for feng shui under Qimeng Dunjia. So there are 4 main categories based on the hour Qimeng. So why do we call this an hour Qimeng? So in this aspect, in a chart itself, so we have the year, we have the month, we have the day, we have the hour. So if we were to look into these boxes, you see these 8 little small little boxes over here, this is called the 4 pillars. So we have the year, month, day, and hour. So many times when we talk about doing a chart reading, we use the HR as an hour chart to see where is the information located. So we won't go too deep into it. So you must understand that Qimeng can do 4 main things. Divination, somebody call it the prediction or even the forecasting. Then we have the destiny reading, more into master reading, but more deeper and sharper, and then more accurate. And then we have this date selection. We can base on date selection for 2 hours. We can base on date selection for every 10 minutes. And we can do feng shui audit, whereby we don't even have to be there in the physical place to do an audit for the place, whether you use the commercial, buildings, residential, so on and so forth. Okay, let's go on to see and explore into this Qimeng Dunjia and see how it can really help us. So first sector, we are going to invest in our time into it and understand what does this Qimeng chart all about. The first one is talking about divination. So what does a divination stand for? Meaning that I have a specific question. I want to know, is it a good direction to go to? Is it a good decision to go into? Is this investment going to be good or not? Or perhaps I have a certain relationship, I have a certain problem. Can I, based on this chart, to tell me certain answers so that I can find a solution for it? Yes, Qimeng can help you. Technically, we call it Qimeng Dunjia, divination. So let's go on. Assuming that you already upload the Qimeng and then you install it already and you go and plot a chart basing on the time that you want to ask the question. So for example, now you're in year of 2023 or 2024, this year now, at that moment you want to ask a question. So example, somebody will ask you, can we invest in this particular project? Then at that moment, if you are very unsure, you just want to ask the question. So you ask the question mentally over here and ask, okay, should I invest my time into this particular investment? Then you go and plot the chart itself, and then something similar will happen in the chart that you see over here. Of course, the symbols will be very different compared to what it is, but let's take it as it is. And from there, what happened is that the first thing we need to do is, basing on the divination sector, we have to see the answer. So the answer, we always look at the hour stamp. That means the hour Qimeng chart. So we here, this particular Xing, they call it the Chinese character Xing, and we need to find where is this Xing located. So the Xing is located in this box number 3. In all the 9 boxes over here, we look at where is the box number 3. So all the symbols over here tell us the situation, tell us the answer, tell us a hint, tell us a certain clue to say that, maybe it's good or maybe it's not good. So let's explore further. Looking at box number 3, there's a darkness. Darkness means something that is hidden, something that is you cannot see. So if you were to ask whether this thing can be invest, something that is hidden, so does it spell good? Not necessarily true. And then there's a blockage, there's an obstruct, means that there will be hurdles in front of you if you want to invest. And then there's this particular thing called a bandit. In Chinese, we call tianpeng. Tianpeng, bandit means that this is going to be losing big money, huge amount of money they're going to make. And then at the same time, if you talk about Xing itself, Xing stands for mistakes. That means if you were to go into it, likelihood you will make some mistake in it. And then below, there is this particular symbol called the Kui. Kui means something that is muddy, something that is shady, something that is not clean. So which means that if I were to combine the information in the symbol within this box number 3, it doesn't spell anything good. So from there, I can make certain basic decisions to say, okay, basing on this investment proposal, I may not want to go into it. You see, so this is a very brief overview of what this Qimeng can do. But of course, the real situation of this Qimeng Dunjia is more complex than that. Whatever I show you is only the step 1. We still have another 8 steps to go. You see, so just an overview of what this our Qimeng is all about. Okay, so second sector, you're talking about destiny reading. So destiny reading is like, well, we want to know the character of the person. We want to know how is their relationship. We want to know their career status, so on and so forth. Assuming this is the time of their birth and date, and we use the same chart again for explanation. In real case, it would not be the same thing, but for explanation purposes, for easy references, for you to learn, I will just base on this chart to see. Okay, so for example, if you want to see the character of the person, over here we're talking about this person. How do we see a character? We look at the day itself. This is the day. Look at the symbol over here. This is what we represent as a G. So we find where is the G in this particular box. There's one over here, box number 8. And then there's one more in this chart, which is called the G over here. So if you notice, the G is in this 4, and then there's another one in this 8 itself. So basically, there are 2 different boxes represent the character of the person. So why is there 2 different boxes? First stage is talking about when somebody who is young, all the way to somewhere around 30 years old, 40 years old. So we use box number 8 as a representation. Second, after 30, 40 years old, when the person grows older, then we go to box number 4, which means that basing on all the symbols that tell us, we can kind of pinpoint where is the character going to be when they are younger and when they are older. How accurate it is depending on the skill set of the person. Many of my students can easily participate around 90% of accuracy to see a person's character. And this is quite common for many of my students, because the way that we taught in terms of how to read a person is actually quite simple, and everything is being provided, all the notes are being provided. It's just a matter of making an effort to understand. And these are just very, very basic. So how do we access and interpret the character of the person. So based on box 8 itself, we have this particular thing called the injury. Injury means this person is very bombastic, very sarcastic, and they like to use words that are going to hurt people. And they find that the process of doing so is very enjoyable. And then serpent over here, which in Chinese we call the 藤蛇. That means this person always worry about something, thinks about something, and even there's nothing to worry about, he will also worry about things. And then, of course, this doctor is talking about, it's not a literary Western doctor, we're talking about the character-wise, this a doctor character, somebody very intelligent, somebody very clever, but sometimes they have certain agenda, which means that whatever thing that they want to do, they have a purpose in mind. Because whatever things that they want to achieve, they have an agenda. You see, so basically this is very generic of how the person character before he is 30 to 40 years old. That means when he was young. Then as we move further, we move on to box number 4. Box number 4, character-wise, he will become very friendly based on the partner itself. In this case, the partner. And then view door, he'll become a very superficial person. That means he likes something that is nice, very beautiful, very systematic, everything very pretty. Branded goods, nice restaurants, all these, they will love it. But of course, as a diplomat person, he is somebody who is very hardworking. And being hardworking, it means that he may not have a lot of leadership. That means he listens to orders. So he will take orders from the boss, take orders from whoever on top of them. But he's a very hardworking worker. And then at the same time, we have this particular small little animals over here. This is what we call a horse. Horse means that this person is not say being stable, but unstable, but in a way that this person has to be active. He likes to move around, or even he likes to travel around. So there could be a situation whereby he might migrate to overseas because of this horse. That means this horse already pre-printed in the chart itself to tell you that this person, when he grows older, he will move on to another country to live. Or alternatively, he'll be moving around in his job to get and make some living. You see, so these are some of the basic of this M 奇门 under 奇门遁甲 to see what is the basic character of the person. And of course, that's not the end of the story. Whatever I'm teaching you now is only the superficial of the thing. We can go deeper and deeper and deeper, and we can take months and months and years to understand even the destiny chart itself. It can be so complicated, but it's very interesting because once we understand the person's character, we will know how to communicate with them. We will know what to say to them so that we can be online with each other. That means we have the same frequency in terms of wavelength. So be a bit easier to communicate rather than, whatever they say, and we always quarrel with them, and then they don't understand us. They don't understand me, the kind of things. So that's how interesting this 奇门遁甲 can be. So the third category I'm going to show to you is basing on date selection. So for example, if you want to select a date using 奇门遁甲 to say, okay, I want to use a specific date for my wedding ceremony, or I want to use it for this moving of houses. We can also use 奇门遁甲 to see. So what happened is that, first of all, we look at the hour stamp, which is basing on the Sing. The Sing tells us the general information about this date and time. That means on the 15th of April 1986, if we were to choose this timing in this chart is plotted as 1300 hours, but the actual timing in this slot is 2 hours gap. That means 1 p.m. all the way until 3 p.m., which means that if box number 3 is giving us a big situation of what is this energy about, you see? So when we talk about energy, we have an obstruct door energy for that timing. That means there's a lot of hurdles, there's a lot of challenges, there's a lot of mistakes, there's a lot of darkness. That means a lot of hidden things that's coming in, and then bandit, that means you're going to lose money. So which means that at that particular time, 2 hours of the gap, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., it is a bad timing. We do not choose that time to do something. Just be careful. The timing that you choose using 奇门遁甲 If you choose wrongly to do certain things, the energy over there is not good. So whatever things that you do, likelihood it will not be very good also. So if you believe in this kind of thing called energy, this is what we call using qi men dun jia to spot the right energy and do the right thing at the right time. You see, so that's the beauty about this qi men dun jia. Next, we move on to the sector 4, the category 4 of this qi men dun jia. What can they do? We call it their feng shui audit, which means that when we have a building, we have an apartment, or we have a house, or we have an office that we want to rent, want to buy, and we can base on this chart to tell us. That means at that moment you want to think, okay, should I get in this unit? Should I rent this unit? Then you plot a chart. Same thing, I will just use this chart as an example. The actual chart, when you plot, will be very different comparatively. So every symbol will represent certain information. So it's important for us to understand what are all the symbols stand for in the stems, in the god, in the door, in the star, and within the palace itself, and then the combination of the stem plus stem and all the other colorful interpretation inside. So that's how complicated qi men dun jia can be. But going back into the feng shui audit itself, for example, let me give you a case study. Let's say, for example, this person is going to want to rent this place for rent to live, and then happen to plot this chart. And this is the chart that's going to be appear. That means in terms of randomness, this chart appear. So what we're going to interpret in this is here. For example, we will base on the hour qi men chart also. We look at the hour box over here and find where is the sink. The sink, it happened to be here. So it gives us the same information of previously comparatively. However, the interpretation will be different. So which means that in the darkness, that means there's something hidden inside. Darkness stands for negative energy, stands for yin energy. So which means that any places whereby you have to live, where you have a yin energy, it is not a good thing. And then at the same time, this Sing stands for white bone. That means underneath the place itself, there will be some skeleton, there will be some white bone. And then the Kui itself, Kui also stands for yin energy. Something dirty, something muddy, something not clean. So in this case itself, I won't even analyze further really, because there are 3 signals telling me that there is something wrong with this place. In terms of if you want to rent this place, underneath the building, there are potentially skeleton, there are potentially dead bodies. So don't stay in a place whereby there's a dead body. So this is how interesting qi men dun jia can be. So I've explained to you using the hour qi men chart in the 4 categories. Let me summarize: the divination, the destiny reading, the feng shui audit, and then the date selection. Okay, so I hope you understand this basic concept of this qi men dun jia, and save this particular video, and then next time if you want to know more, just go back to this video and understand what does this qi men dun jia can help you. All right, my name is Dr. Chan. Thank you for watching this video. Ciao.